We will end with a primer on regional growth theory from the 1970s. Again, this is earlier work, but it really is important to trace how an idea and how economic models develop. And there's some really good insights in this, despite some of it being a book review. When Adam Smith wrote The Wealth of Nations, he was asking why some places were able to become rich, while most of the world at the time remained poor. The field of economics developed from this question. Likewise, a strain of regional economics developed from answering this question with the inclusion of space. So why do regions within the same country, so for instance, the Appalachian region, which includes West Virginia, why does regions like this lag behind other parts of the United States in things like income, wealth, or overall economic development? Regional development dates back to the earliest time in U.S. history. Treasury Secretary Gallatin's plan for internal improvements for the country was partially an attempt to engage in economic development within the United States. But for a long time, there was a lot of policy making being done without any economic theory to back it up. So now in this piece, von Boventer does something interesting. It's easy to miss the importance of this idea if you aren't really thinking about it through this lens. So economic growth is not easily spread, so it tends to cluster and then it diffuses and shifts over time. It doesn't come up, homogeneously across an entire area, an entire region. Now, he describes a pattern of decentralized, concentrated dispersion. So industrialization beginning with concentration in cities and then spreading out as transportation improves and connecting cities and things growing from there. This idea helps describe the reality where we see one area take off and then has a rippling effect in the surrounding areas. I hope this is something you've been able to see. And after this course, it will be something that we can use economic theory to kind of analyze how this happens. Now, the neoclassical model suggests that regions will converge over time as capital and labor moves between all the various regions. But what if growth begets growth? What if places with more physical or human capital in one period are able to use those endowed resources to continually increase their development and pull ahead of other places? That's something that neoclassical models would suggest wouldn't be likely to happen. But using some of these tools from spatial economics, you may see that that could be likely to happen in some situations. Ignoring the spatial component really removes an important part of our analysis. So taking Izzard and von Boventer, probably pronounced that wrong, together, frame regional economics as the missing dimension in economic theory. So the study of where economic activity happens, why it clusters, and how it evolves really adds something to economic analysis. So you can summarize the introduction and what this course is going to be like as this. The traditional economics asks how much and when. Regional economics asks where and why there.